Hello students, so today we are going to discuss our next life process, that is excretion. So what do you think, why we need this excretory system in our body? See, our body process various life processes like nutrition, digestion, respiration. So due to these life processes, lot of nitrogenous waste products are produced as a byproduct of these processes, and these products are accumulate in our bloodstream. So accumulation of these waste products, nitrogenous waste product like urea, ammonia, uric acid, accumulation of this product might be dangerous for us. It may cause death. So, to prevent our life and to remove such waste product from our bloodstream, from our body, we need this specialized system, excretory system. So, this excretory system, it consists of pair of kidney, pair of ureter, single urethra, and single urinary bladder. Now, what is kidney? Kidney is basically a bean-shaped organ. It is present either side of the backbone. Okay, either side of our abdomen. So this kidney is having basic functional unit for the filtration purpose. That unit is known as nephron. So our kidney having, each kidney have 1 to 1.2 millions of nephron. So if you calculate, are both kidneys approximately having 2 to 2.5 millions of nephron. Okay, so now we will discuss about our excretory system organ. This is left renal artery. So this left renal artery provide the oxygen rich and nitrogenous waste rich blood to the kidney for the purpose of filtration. Then renal vein. Renal vein transport the filtered blood towards the heart, and then heart transport that blood towards the lungs for the reoxygenation process. Okay, then aorta is oxygen, aorta having oxygen rich blood which provide the oxygen rich blood to the kidney with the help of renal artery. Then ureters are there. These ureters carry the urine from kidney towards the urinary bladder. They are basically having the tube-like structure. Then come to the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is a muscular organ which hold the urine until it get removed from our body. Somehow this urinary bladder is under the control of our wish. It's having the voluntary muscles, so you can hold your urine as per your wish. Okay. Then urethra. Urethra is a tube which throw the urine, or you can say the throw out or remove the waste product from our body to the outside. Okay. Then now we will discuss what actually happened in kidney, or you can say how kidney filtered our blood, how they remove the waste product from our blood. So kidney having basic structural and functional unit that is known as nephron. So this nephron having few specialized structure for the filtration of blood. Like you can say it having glomerulus, Bowman's capsule, then renal tubules. So three type of renal tubules are there: TCT, DCT, and loop of Henle. Then it having collecting tube. So now we will discuss about the structure and function of nephron, means its organs. Okay. So first we will discuss about glomerulus. It is a cluster of thin blood capillaries. It is a network of blood capillaries. So our blood which is coming for the filtration purpose, that blood is first received in this glomerulus, in these blood capillaries. Okay, so first filtration of blood takes place in glomerulus. Then comes the next organ or next part of nephron, that is Bowman's capsule. So Bowman's capsule is basically a cup-like structure which is present in the surrounding of glomerulus, or you can say your glomerulus is enclosed within the Bowman's capsule. Okay, so this Bowman's capsule receive first initial filtrate after the filtration process. Okay, then from Bowman capsule, our filtrate travels towards the renal tubules. So this renal tubules, first tubule is the PCT, proximal convoluted tubule. So this proximal convoluted tubule receive the filtrate from the Bowman's capsule, and it function of PCT is it reabsorb the amino acids, proteins, salts present in our filtrate. Okay, and it also reabsorbs some amount of water. Then from PCT, this blood transport or this filtrate transport towards the loop of Henle, a U-shaped tube which is known as a loop of Henle because of the scientist who discovered it, who mentioned it first. Okay, so this loop of Henle received the filtrate from the PCT, and loop of Henle is responsible for reabsorption of excessive water. Then from loop of Henle, this filter travels towards the DCT, distal convoluted tubule. Now, distal convoluted tubule is the final check post for nitrogenous waste, final check post for our filtrate. So, in DCT, reabsorption of water plus salt balancing is takes place. And then finally, from DCT, our urine get entered into the collecting duct, collecting tube. And these collecting ducts, they receive the urine from the DCT and they transport that urine towards the renal pelvis part of kidney. So this renal pelvis is now attached with the ureters. So when collecting duct, they deposit the urine into renal pelvis. This renal pelvis immediately transport that urine to the ureters, and this ureter transport that urine towards the urinary bladder. So in our urinary bladder, urine, it is a urine sac. So our urine gets stored in that urinary bladder until, or you can say as per our wish. Okay. So this is how regulation or mechanism of urine takes place in our body. This is how urine production is occurred in the kidney with the help of main filtration unit nephron. Okay, now urine regulation or mechanism of urine production is depend on two factors: how much or excessive amount of water present in your body, and how much amount of nitrogenous waste present in our blood. So the regulation of urine is depend on these two criteria, and regulation of urine is triggered by one specialized hormone, that is ADH, antidiuretic hormone. This hormone is responsible for the how much amount of urine will be produced in your body. Okay, so this is all about excretory system. Now we will discuss about artificial kidney. Why we need artificial kidney? See, sometime in some individuals, due to some injury, due to accident, due to some chronic diseases, kidneys get failure. And when kidneys get fail, at that time, this nitrogenous waste get accumulate in the body of that person, which might cause life-threatening situation for that person. So, to prevent that person from death, we use artificial kidney. Artificial kidney is nothing but a machine, hemodialysis machine. The process by which nitrogenous waste is get removed from the person who is suffering from kidney failure, that process is known as dialysis. Okay, so in this process, this type of machinery is there. So patient having fistula which is made in its body, and that fistula having inlet as well as outlet. Inlet for the purified blood and outlet to carry the blood out from the body towards the machine. So with the help of outlet, blood get out from the patient's body and it get entered into the machine dialyzing unit, which having the selectively semi-permeable membrane tubes. Okay, so this tube is filled with the fresh dialysing solution. So this fresh dialysing solution is made up of some electrolytes, some sugar like dextrose, and it also having bicarbonate buffering agent. So this solution is filled up in this machine. So our blood get traveled through these semi-permeable tubes and nitrogenous waste get separate from the blood. This fluid having same osmotic pressure as like our blood. Okay, so the nitrogenous waste which is separated from the blood is get deposited into used dialysing solution flask, because that nitrogenous waste is get dissolved in the used dialysing solution. So it get deposited into this second flask, and the filtered blood, the filtered, this blood again get transported towards the patient's body, and it get entered in patient body with the help of inlet. So this is how the hemodialysis process, the process of artificial kidney, is done for the patient who are suffering from kidney failure. So I hope you all understand excretory system very well. If you have any doubts, you can come to our coaching classes. Thank you.